The choice is clear. And here it is. Which side will tell you the truth? Now, they're all politicians, so all politicians are going to lie. So let's narrow it down. Which politician is going to use the tools that you believe in? Which side believes we as a nation are under God? And which side believes we as a nation are under government? That's your choice. And I beg you, please do not miss the warning signs, because the alarms are going off everywhere. And even if you don't believe in God, do not ignore the warning signs, because history shows us over and over and over again what happens when governments put themselves in the role of God, and it's not pretty. Usually ends like this. Here's a video that the DNC ran last night at the convention that set the tone.
We are committed to all people. We do believe you can use government in a good way. Government's the only thing that we all belong to. We're in different churches, different clubs, but we're together as a part of our city or our county or our state and our nation.
Really? I mean, it's a commercial for the government. Is this the America you grew up knowing? Or is this, when you imagine the future, is this the America that you imagine is going to be better? One where you are property of the federal government. You belong to the government. The common bond that holds us together is a government agency. Not freedom, justice, liberty, but the government. Mitt Romney tweeted right away last night, "We don't belong to the government belongs to us." This afternoon, Obama had an update. They distanced themselves from this video, said, there was the local Democrat, we didn't know anything about it. Really? You're so out of control? The first day, the first video, and you didn't even watch it in advance? Right. Americans grew up being taught that America belongs to we the people. It's the preamble of the Constitution of the United States. We the people, not we the government. And it should put a little fear into you that speaker after speaker after speaker pinned America's hopes on government. I'm beginning to wonder if Abraham Lincoln would have actually been booed at the DNC convention last night. Of course he would have. He's a Republican, of course. Last night, if they played his immortal address at Gettysburg, "This nation under God shall have a new birth of freedom, and that the government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from this earth." It's a clear choice. One of the other choices. Do you believe that this was a nation founded on the belief that all men are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights? The president has left that part of this phrase out every time he says it. Last night was another clear indication that the government is the ultimate distributor and grantor of rights. And if you need something, come crawling to them. Write Barack Obama a letter begging him for help, and perhaps he will grant your dearest wish. Don't bother asking God, because now at least the Democratic Party, the people who wrote and voted on the platform, say God really isn't important. They have completely removed him now from the Democratic platform. In your wildest dreams, why would you do this? In 2004, there were 7 mentions of God. In 2008, it was down just to 1. We need a government that stands up for the hopes and the values and the interest of working people and gives everyone willing to work hard the chance to make the most of their God-given potential. But in 2012, in this platform, they've changed it. They made a slight revision. They took out God-given potential and replaced it with our talent and drive. Why? Why would you delete that? Why? I mean, it is pretty hard to wildly cheer for abortion all night and then simultaneously give praise and thanks to a creator of all life, so maybe they were just trying to be consistent there.
Give him 4 more years, and our our right to make our own most personal decisions will be safe for another generation.
On behalf of NARAL Pro-Choice America and our 1 million member activists, I am honored to be here to talk to you about what is at stake for women
it's
in 2012.
NARAL. I mean, you can't get more extreme. Bread Bear had the audacity to ask Dick Durbin, why was God removed? Simple question that he asked after ABC asked the same question. Well, you'd think it'd be simple, but it really wasn't.
Let's start there at that piece that you just saw. God out of the platform. Why do that?
Well, I could just basically tell you, if the narrative that is being presented on your station and through your channel and your network is that the Democrats are godless people, they ought to know better. God is not a franchise of the Republican Party.
No.
Those of us who believe in God and those of us who have dedicated our lives to helping others in the name of God don't want to take a second seat to anyone who is suggesting that one word out of the platform means that the Democrats across America are godless.
No. I don't think that that's what's being said. We're reporting what's in the platform. In 2008, God was mentioned once. In 2004, it was mentioned 7 times. In 2000, God was mentioned 4 times.
So
it's
what's
just
your
a
point?
question. The question is why take it out in this time.
What I'm basically saying to you is if you're trying to draw some conclusion that the Democrats are godless, present your evidence. Present your evidence.
I'm just asking the question, why was the word taken out?
I'm just telling you, you are carping on a trifle.
He can't answer. There is no reason to do that. There's no reason to do that. So he gets combative. Gibbs and other surrogates dodge the question, giving the impression, nothing to worry about, nothing to see here, people. They are the same people that told us in 2008 when we raised concerns about, didn't this guy sit and listen to a Marxist pastor tell us GD America? Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. You're barking up the wrong tree. They also told us, don't worry about it. When the president, as a candidate, said, I think it's better when you spread the wealth around. We said redistribution of wealth, and they said, don't worry about it. He loves the founding principles of this country as much as the next guy. Nancy Pelosi told us we just have to pass health care to find out what's in it. Why can't they ever just tell us now? Why put something else in place of God on the platform? Why delete him? And then add Obama's name over 100 times. Recently, the administration edited the presidential profiles on the White House site and somehow found a way to include Obama in the bios of presidents past, including, I think, Coolidge, FDR, and even Ronald Reagan. When Neil Armstrong died a couple of weeks ago, this administration couldn't stop itself. As a salute, it put up a majestic picture of Barack Obama staring at the moon. Mr. President, all of life does not revolve around you. What kind of leader does this stuff? Promotes himself with a poster with his own face on it. His own people make a flag with his face taking out the stars. I mean, I realize when you're running for office, you've got to sell yourself, but in America, you're supposed to do that by talking about the ideas, not how awesome you are. This is how they do it in North Korea. I feel like we're a week away from finding out that, he just saw 18 holes in one. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. And they take him to heaven with birds every night. This election is not just about right and left. It's certainly not about Republicans or Democrats. It's about right and wrong, good and evil, and the soul of America.